up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem, see the special man. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
Hello, good morning, and welcome on this bright and beautiful Monday morning where it's currently finally 36 degrees. But when I went to bed last night at 11ish, it was 29 degrees. Looking forward to the temperature rising today. And how's the weather in your neck of the woods, Jay?
It's nice and cool this morning, but I am just so happy to be back in Las Vegas where there's no humidity after spending a weekend absolutely fritzing the entire time. I was like, ugh, there's a reason why I live in the oven that I live in.
First in the chat today is Little Debbie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I have an early appointment today, leaving the company. But thank you so much, and hope everything goes well. TZ, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Good morning, TZ, my love.
And Regina, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you all.
Regina.
You such little spark plugs. Be awesome. I like that. And that last night I was on Regina's with Regina and Carol. Oh Lord, I was finally able to get to the bed at 11 o'clock last night, and I still woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. But that was an alarm. That's why. But yeah, I've been up and busy this morning already. But that's all good because I'm gonna be doing it again tonight. Not as late though. Let's see. Angela, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Angela, good
Hey,
morning.
Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how's that weather down in Louisiana?
Hi, swampy.
And Terry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good
My
to
soap goddess, I was thinking about you this morning as I unwrapped a new bar of Perfect Man to start off my week.
And good morning, John. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Terry says it's 38 degrees. I'll be opening up my windows after get up back upstairs. Yeah. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. So what is the big day about, John? Are you ready? And you say yes. What is the big day? What you got going on? Baby girl vibes. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are
Good
you?
morning, baby girl.
I want to know. Amy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to
Good
see
morning,
you.
Miss Amy.
Welcome. And Matt, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Chrissy and Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Good
Welcome.
morning, ladies.
Birthday tomorrow. Yeah, it sure is. You and Cheryl Stevens. Y'all
Oh,
birthdays
that's
are
right.
both tomorrow.
That's right. I was gone all week and I missed ABC Mats and Robbins.
Yeah, that was yesterday, actually. So I hope you had a great birthday, Matt. And also, Robin By's birthday was yesterday as well. Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are
Good
you
morning,
doing? Good to
Jennifer.
see you. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't get to look at the calendar yet. I have it open ready for the show this morning, but I forgot. Yep. So today's birthdays, if you happen to see Janet Ortega, today is her birthday, along with New England thrifter Helen. She's usually on every Sunday, and today is her birthday. And then tomorrow you have Cheryl Stevens and John Lucas's birthday tomorrow. And Wednesday, if y'all know who Philly Flipper is, I don't know if he changed his channel name, but I know he lives in Florida now, so I think he still goes by Philly Flipper. And Thursday is Apple Martini's birthday. And the Friday one is somebody from the coin community, which is always wanting more. Silver's birthday is Friday.
That's a
That's
great name.
the birthdays for this week. Also, today I will be on at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that'll be on Josie's Place along with Miss Denise, Daisy's Creations, and that'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Don't forget, this Wednesday is our Hump Day auction, where this week our guest is none other than the January House Mike and Angie's
Oh,
Oddities. This,
yep. You'll
this
you'll
Wednesday.
you'll be getting all kinds. You'll be getting all kinds of eyes on the show this week. You got the ginger hotness coming in.
Yep, he'll be here this Wednesday. And don't forget, this Saturday is our Reseller Community Shop Hop Train Sale, where it starts on my channel with the Cajun Roots Resellers Adventures channel at 12 noon this Saturday. And then we have 12 channels that we'll be following throughout the day. Each reseller, there's 12 total, with each 30 minutes. And speaking of that, my next available spot that I have will be on July the 5th. And I do have 4 spots left for the July 25th Reseller Community Shop Hop. And if you are a member of the channel and you would like to be on the rapid fire round that I'm holding every first Tuesday of each month, on September the 1st, I only have 2 spots left. And that is at 3:45 or 4:15 if you want any of those spots. Please make sure to email me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com and let me know. Those are the only 2 spots I have. So, by the way, Terry, if you want one of those spots, please make sure to email me. Please email me. And that's what I have. And then go back into the chat. Let's see here. Okay, Chrissy and Stacy. That's right. Happy early birthday. That's tomorrow for John Lucas.
ABCs. Mats are like 1, 2, 3.
Good morning, all. Well, thank you.
Unicorn.
Stephanie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Anna Marie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And look, she's been busy on that Vinted website, y'all. She's been listing and listing and listing.
I finally saw the TV ad for Vinted. I
Yeah,
just saw that this past weekend.
I see it a lot, and then they actually changing the video of the commercials up a little bit too, which is
It's
pretty cool.
me. Good morning, it's me.
Tina, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. It's me, Angie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And
It's
how are
me,
you doing?
Angie.
Good to see you. Welcome. Let's
Are you going
see.
to drill for oil, Angie? Angela? Are you heading to
What's
Texas to get your
Texas?
own oil rig?
Look, these days we have to, huh? Lord Jesus. I think I finally found a couple of spots here in our area that finally got back under $4 a gallon.
Oh, lucky you. We
Yeah.
out here in the West, because so much of our gas comes from California. Um, yeah, we're still most places are still at least $4 a gallon, if not more.
So John, for Jay, do you have anything going on this week?
Oh my gosh, I have so much going on this week. So just got back from the LA Times Festival of Books late last night.
How was it?
Tomorrow night on our channel is the recap, where I'll talk about everything that happened, what I overheard, rumors, funny stuff I saw. stupid people, all that kind of fun stuff. We're going to do on the recap show tomorrow, and then on Saturday I will be on the Shop Hop. I'll be the second to last spot there with the honor of bringing in the Royal Toochman himself as the caboose. So looking forward to being there. Our special guest is going to be author Vicky Irwin, who is has contributed to several of our anthologies, and she's from Virginia and be coming to talk about her writing and her writing career.
Matt says Friday I found a creepy but cool find, a Teddy Ruxpin in a box. That
So
is awesome.
Matt, remember that if it's working, you got to put like a Metallica tape in it or like a heavy metal, and you got to get Teddy to rock out. I remember that's what we used to do back in the day when
And
you
take a
put a
video of it working too.
yeah, if you it was always fun if you put a heavy metal tape in a Teddy Ruxpin. Good times for
Angela says
everybody.
I'm heading out to meet Karen Chase in Vintage.
Nice
Awesome.
little mini meetup.
Yeah. All right. So if you have any special events, let us know. I think I got everything caught up as far as invoices. I already have everything in drafts. Today after the auction tonight with Miss Josie, all invoices will be finalized tomorrow and going out. If you had anything from me that you purchased, all invoices will go out tomorrow.
One reminder for me. May 16th is the first annual Misty Media Book Fair. I have been away from email all weekend due to being in LA, so if you've emailed me in the last few days to express interest, I'm sorry I haven't replied back yet, just haven't been in email. But absolutely everybody is welcome to participate. All we need is for you to sell book or book adjacent stuff like comics, tote bags, book lights, all that kind of stuff. And just email me at that wonderful email address right there above my head. Let me know your interest, and we'll get you signed up for a spot. All funds go to First Books to uh, help underprivileged kids get books in their hands.
And that'll take us right into the topic of the day. So
Uh
without
oh.
further ado, let's get into the topic of today. Jay didn't know this was going to be the topic of the day because I already thought about it this morning. It's never too late to learn more about giving to special charities for those that need help. Why not be part of it? So it's never too late to learn more about the actual event that Jay is doing. And I want to know more. I want you to talk a little bit more about the organization that you're doing this event for. And also, if you have missed last week, Regina did a auction portion on Ellen's channel, Ellen's Enchanted Emporium, where she did her whole segment to raise the funds for her portion because she could not be able to make the actual auction he's having in May. So talk a little bit more about that and what the function is as far as the organization and
Yeah.
what is it that they do. And if you have any links or something that you can drop so that people can check that out, go ahead and do that because I want to promote that today as far as it's never too late to learn more not only about the organization, but what that organization does and what does that mean to you being a publisher.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me go ahead and drop that link uh, to those folks.
And while he's doing that, if y'all missed yesterday's two old guys vintage and resale, if you missed it, you might want to go watch it again because Mark was able to be there yesterday and he is starting to get his feet wet by coming in slowly without having to do everything all at one time and get overwhelmed. So if you missed it, go back and watch yesterday because even Angie's Oddities was there, where Mark and Mike both were on the show yesterday. And again, he is slowly getting better, recovering, but he's also coming back slowly into the YouTube world. And you might have missed his videos this weekend because he did a meetup. So check that out too.
So First Book is an organization that's made up of educators and community folks that understand that there are absolutely underprivileged and underserved communities where, people don't necessarily have the money to get books in kids' hands. The schools in particular are low on funds. They're not, the teachers are not even able to take care of uh, their own needs in the classroom, let alone, maybe they don't have enough textbooks for their kids. Everything is geared towards ensuring that all kids have an equal chance at education and equal chance to learn how to read, become long life book lovers. And so the funds that they receive go towards distributing books in these neighborhoods, so that sometimes some of these kids only get the first, when they get a book in their hands from the organization, it may be the first book they've ever actually owned, that they've never actually been able to keep one in their hands. There's so much evidence that proves that if you get kids reading at an early age, they become lifelong readers. And of course, any kind of reading helps with language skills, communication skills. But it gives these kids equal footing when it comes to school, so that nobody's left behind. I've done a lot of research into different literary organizations. Kids education is always a big one for me. But I thoroughly vetted this particular charity. They have a perfect 5-star rating from the different groups that rate charities to ensure that the largest portion of the money goes to the actual people and not to, presidents and vice presidents and people on the board with like no trickle down of the money. It's very, very critical that if you're looking for charities that you're participating with, that you do that research ahead of time to make sure that your funds are actually going where you think they're. That's why a lot of people kind of back off from places like Salvation Army, or folks that the folks that ring the bell is the Salvation Army, right?
Mhm.
But it's turned out in recent years that those monetary donations to organizations like that, very little of the money is actually trickling down to the people that need it. And instead, it's going to the organization and to the people who run the organization. So to me, that's not the definition of charity. Um, and one of the reasons why I want to keep the percentage flexible for each of the resellers that are participating is because if you require everybody to have the same percentage, there's going to be people that say, "Hey, you know what? I can't afford to give up that percentage of my sales, so I won't participate." But if you keep it flexible and you say, "Hey, you know what? Everybody that's participating, I'd love it if you could do a minimum of X percent," which in our case we're asking for a minimum of 25%. If you can do more to help the organization, that's awesome. But we're hoping that by setting the level at 25%, that's a comfortable spot for most people to be willing to participate in the event. And
All right, I want to say hello real quick to Hetty. Hello, good morning and welcome. And the birthday girl from yesterday, Robin By. Hello, good morning and welcome.
happy
And
belated
Ashley.
birthday, Robin.
Hello, good morning and welcome. And like in this case, Regina won't be able to make it, but she did the auction last Thursday. But she's also saying that she will be bringing more books and related items this month in all the auction sales that she
I
is
appreciate
in.
that so much, Regina. I know that Al from I always want to call it Full Metal
Al's
Chef.
Full Shelf Shop.
Um, I know Al said that she's working, but she's looking at having some bookmarks and other things that she can do the same thing. So I will have an actual donation page set up here shortly for the that'll be the Misty Media Book Fair. So that resellers who don't want to go, if you guys want to make the donation directly from your sales to make it easier, you can do that. Just let me know how much you're donating so I can keep track on my tally of who gave what. But that's marvelous. We're really looking forward to having a really successful event.
If they decide to do that, they can go to the website that we put in the chat and they can hit that donation button at the top?
They can, although I'm getting ready to, if I'm not mistaken, I can actually set up through them an event, and then that will have a specific link that people go to donate. So I'd say hold off for right now.
Okay.
on depositing any money into their, donating any money to them, and I'll follow up in the next day or so with that's on my to-do list for today to get the actual donation link for that'll be
That's what I wanted to ask that,
specific
but
for
I
our
wasn't sure
event.
if you had set that up yet. Casey, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to
Good
see
morning,
you. Welcome.
Casey.
So, if they decide that they can't make it, but they want to be part of it, they can do it on any of their auctions if they do a regular
Absolutely.
auction on a regular basis,
Absolutely.
correct?
I just, just make, the only thing we ask is that you do make sure that you mention the name of the charity, and what the charity is about.
Well, I know
So
when
that,
Regina did it last week, she had all the links about the your channel, the information about the charity and things like that she put in the chat.
well,
So
that is because Regina is superhuman.
yeah, that was pretty
And
cool. But I want to talk more about it today because that was Thursday. Yeah, it was this past Thursday. So I wanted to make sure to bring that up today so we can get more word out there of the event that's being taken
our
place
the
next month.
big the big thing that we need help on is going to be spreading the word. And so, even if you can't participate in the event, if you can spread the word the event is happening, when you're doing your auctions and in your channels, folks will it'll get on people's radar to stop by. And our authors are doing readings, our authors are doing sales of their own books. So I mean, it's going to be a really great mix of this reseller community and my authors.
I was just together at that moment.
Regina, I know you better than that, girl. You are you never cease to impress me,
I was
seriously.
telling her that last night. I'm very proud of Regina because when she first started, she had a lot of questions. This is before y'all saw her on the screen. She always came in and said, "Well, I have a stupid question," and I used to always tell her, "No, there is no stupid question. The only ones are the ones you don't ask." So she would even meet up with me after the show was over at all times with her list of questions. And the next thing you know, when she started going live, she was ready. She knew what she had to do, and then she just did it, and she took off with it. Now look at her. Now she's doing shows and bringing guests on her channel. And it was an honor for me
Regina,
to
I
be
know
there last night.
Regina, I know it's going to sound a little sappy, but you do, every once in a while, you get me pretty misty eyed because of how much you genuinely care about everybody that comes to your channel and taking care of other people. And I mean, that's kind of why I'm so passionate about this reseller community, is just that every time I start losing faith in the world and other people, I come into this community. And I mean, you guys are amazing. The care and the compassion, that all of you have for each other and for me, and I just can't even tell you how much that all means.
All right, Glenn, don't work too hard, and thank you.
Bye,
Jeffrey,
Swampy.
hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. This community, we all come together in any time of need, but one of the things that I strive for is to help as many people as I can in a day. Now, what I like also is that there's a lot of people in this community that do the same thing. And that's what it takes because we got so much going on in the world today that we need to come together and stand together and support each other in times of need. Happy birthday yesterday, Robin.
That was the amazing thing about being at the LA Times Festival of Books, where I think there were something like 400 tents, and they had 5,000 more people attending just on Saturday this year than they did
Wow.
last year. It was record attendance. But you look around and it's all these people who are so passionate about books from every every angle of the industry, whether you're a reader or writer or art, cover designer. But you could just feel in the air the whole weekend how much everybody loved books that was there, and how everybody wanted to support publishing. It was just amazing to be around that kind of a vibe for a weekend.
Also, for those that are just coming in, don't forget that Robin Bai's birthday was yesterday, and so was ABC Matt's birthday yesterday. So, yeah, don't forget to tell them happy
ABC
birthday.
Matt turned 23.
I'm waiting for Regina's comment to come in. Come on, here we go. I am not, uh, but I will be your biggest cheerleader ever. You right about that. I love the boost and support ever. And that's what it's all about. We need to be there together for everyone. I was 23 again. I stopped doing that years ago. I am happy to be the age that I am. I'm very proud of making it that far in my life.
Didn't Robin say she was turning 30?
Again, yeah. So, what do you have? If you have any questions in reference to this event that's going to be happening in May, please ask away. So, do you have the thumbnail ready for the show yet, or did you get to do that yet?
I don't yet,
Okay.
not yet. We're working on that right now, because we may have some very very special guest stars coming, and I want to make sure I get their name in the thumbnail if they're going to actually be able to make it.
You can still do the setup of it and always change your thumbnail,
Yeah,
just so we can promote it and have a link for people to go and make sure they set a
that
reminder.
makes sense. I'll go in there and do that so that
Even if you
tomorrow.
just do a basic thumbnail, you can always go back in and update the thumbnail. In what you use StreamYard to go live or EV Mugs?
I do StreamYard.
Yeah, in StreamYard, you just have to go back into the video you set up
Yeah, I do that
and do it
often.
there, so that way it automatically does it for your YouTube.
Yep.
Matt says, "Thank y'all very much. I couldn't be there Friday. Hey, that's okay because we had a good show Friday. I understand. So yeah,
Matt, you could be paying the rent with that Teddy Ruxpin if you find the right buyer for it.
exactly. But we had a good
That's
show Friday too.
money.
If you missed it,
That is
new
absolute money.
times, new beginnings. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Good
Welcome.
morning.
I'll try to keep up with everything, but I have been insanely busy. Stephanie, that's okay. I understand, boo. Sometimes you have to work and lurk, and sometimes just work and listen. Yeah, and play it in the background. That's understandable.
You
If
know
you have
we
any
love
questions about it,
you know we love you anyway, Uni. So we're always happy to see you whenever we can.
Matt on the. Yeah, he found one this weekend. So if you have any special events going on, let us know too, because Jennifer's been dropping links in the chat. Don't forget to check out her channel as well. But also, if you have any questions in reference to this fundraiser that's going to be going on, please ask away. I wanted to be more of a focused statement, the morning topic, so we can talk more about it. And if anybody wants to sign up, how many spots do you think you might have, and how long is each spot?
I am not going to limit spots because
Okay.
I believe if anybody is willing to participate, I want to give them a spot. Right now, we're saying no more than a 15-minute time commitment on your part. If you'd like to go longer, I'm absolutely okay with that. I don't really. There's no limit on the time either. The goal here is to raise money for the organization. So, we're asking for a 15-minute time commitment and a 25% of your sale commitment. That's it. Anything above and beyond that you're willing to do, let me know. We will be more than happy to have you on there longer. Um, some
Cheryl, hello, good morning, and welcome. And New Times, New Beginnings says I was live on YouTube the other day. What day was that? I missed it. How are you doing today, Cheryl?
Good morning, Cheryl.
I'm gonna go to that link.
I bet you do, Angela. I know Terry's got those coloring books. She's not going to squeak out of this one. I'm getting Terry.
All right, let's see. Casey says, Johnny, do you remember on Friday when I said I could not find any stamp up supplies cheap enough to sell? I went to a garage sale immediately after the show and picked up four. Awesome!
That's
That's what I'm
great.
talking about because we had somebody who, Angie's Oddities had one, and she was saying she had a hard time finding them for a cheaper price. And there you go. Awesome. I'm great. I'm glad to hear that.
Casey, I don't know if you follow Shed Flips at all, but I remember I think it was like maybe 6 months to a year ago they came into a stash of Stampin' Up, and man, did they clean up with those. Holy
It's from
cow.
their guy.
Yeah, that's right. It was from Guy.
Yeah. Trying to get used to my new normal one a day. Well, that's right. That's all you can do, Cheryl. And I'm so glad to see you back. Again, I hope everything's going well for you. And sorry for your loss of your husband. Bev, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? We manifest. That's right. And we just had that conversation because it was part of the show where Angie's Oddities had been almost every week with the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It on Fridays. And she's been basically coming in with one almost every week, if not two. I will see Shed Flip and others at the reseller rally. Oh, that's right, in September.
I'm jealous, Matt. I would really love to meet Lonnie uh, and Candace in person. That's on that's on my list. I've
Yeah.
watched Lonnie for so many years now, and he's always been kind of a comfort listen to me. And when I'm like working hard on something, I need something in the background. He and Candace are just like that perfect that perfect couple to just like listen to in the background, and when you're working on something.
Well, when I first started going on YouTube to watch the videos, he was one of those that I found. Robert gave me a couple of channels that I might be interested in that he was watching, and then as I'm watching those, that's how I found out about shed flips. And the sad thing about it, I was living in Louisiana and didn't even know they lived right in Louisiana until I moved here. Then it's like, okay, now when I go to Louisiana, hopefully I can make a trip over
Yeah,
there.
Candace especially has got that Louisiana accent going on.
And what's interesting is I watched them from the beginning when I started 7 years, almost 7 years ago. But it's amazing on how they've lost weight, her change in hair colors,
Yep,
from her job at the bank to doing this full
yep.
time. And it's amazing how you can learn something about somebody just by
Well,
watching the
it's
channel.
so funny too because it's like you start feeling like you're part of their family because they're very open about what goes on in their life and what they're doing, and it's like you're always eager to hear that next new thing. Oh, what happened with blah 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 that you were working on, or Lonnie's starting to do the races and the marathons and stuff. You're like, I want to follow that. It's not it's no longer just about what do they have to sell or what sold. Now it's becomes more like, oh, I genuinely want to know what's going on with you and your family.
Right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links in the chat. Again, if you have any questions having to do with the event that's going to be going on on May, make sure you ask. Oh, wrong thing, Johnny. All right, here we go.
Casey says Selinsgrove would be a great place for us to meet. I was there yesterday and saw a huge thrift store.
Now, what is that? Would be a great place to meet up. Oh, that's right. Her and Terry live not that far from each other. Well, they
Oh,
can probably do a meetup. We had that conversation, I think, Friday. All right, there is Jennifer's channel link. She never drops her own links.
I am jealous of all these meetups.
Well, attentively, Robin and I talked about it again this weekend. We're looking at doing a drive and staying in Missouri, either the mid to end of June or the beginning of July or both. We're trying to get all that set up now. And we're going to meet right in the middle to where we can go and meet Mark and Mike and Glamos and Regina and Carrie and all those that live in Missouri and do a
Oh,
major meetup in that area.
oh, Ellen, 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 Ellen,
All
Ellen,
right.
Ellen.
Who? Ellen?
Yes, Carol said I should visit because it's a great place to get pearl necklaces. Oh my God.
That was the conversation last night. And everybody kept, they said, well, just Google it.
There are some things that just shouldn't be Googled.
If you do, y'all might want to do it in, yeah, what is it called? In incognito?
So, Matt, for your meetup, do you have any idea yet how many people you think are going to show up? Is it good? Are you hosting a pretty big turnout for it? Hoping for a pretty big turnout?
Yeah, she was talking to Terry. I am new here. Yeah, you knew it, right? I'm trying to share out people's stream in the chat on my community. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. My meetup is coming closer. And when is it again? Let us know. I know you've been talking about it. Meeting up in a neighbor state. Had a great meetup with Mark, Mike, Glamos, and it. Yeah, that was all this weekend. Yeah, and they went shopping where Regina's antique booth
I mean, Matt,
is.
it's hard to get a big turnout when certain West Coast people weren't invited. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that me and Ellen and Maria and I'm not I'm just saying we happen to be out west, but
Oh, it sounds like somebody's getting a little jelly.
I am. I can't just meet people in an airport for 5 minutes.
Well, that seems the going rate for you lately.
Uh, I would have loved to have spent more time with Susie. I really would. She was such a sweetheart to meet in person. Really was.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because again, we've been talking about this for a little while now, and Robert always asks me what I want to do for my birthday, which is always the mid part of June. So I told him I would love to do a meetup in the middle of Missouri, and so that's what we plan on doing for my birthday.
I think I'm gonna have to make a trip. I think I'm gonna have to make a trip to Oklahoma.
Because I plan on celebrating the whole month, the big 6-0. End of the month is
Shoot,
when
Ellen, I just came back from LA. I, but as it was, I had only one author and no resellers, and I was like, geez, how am I in a big city like LA and I can only get one person that I know to show up.
So when is your birthday? New times, new beginnings. Because I don't have you on the calendar. I do have
Yeah,
the
we gotta get
community
you out of your
calendar
calendar.
that I can add you. What day is it? Because next week we don't have too many birthdays on the calendar. Wildflower's birthday's on next Tuesday, and the second, the 30th is Carol's Chaos.
Yeah, Angela and Uni, I'm
April the
actually kind of
30th.
serious. I'm kind of serious about that Oklahoma thing. I was reviewing uh, places that I had been when I used to be a touring stage manager, and I realized that I'm pretty sure both national tours I took out skipped over Oklahoma, and so I think that's one of the only states I haven't been to, and you guys give me a really good reason to go. So, uh, and I believe I've got two authors in Oklahoma. I know I have one for sure. So and it's an easy hop, skip, and jump from here from Vegas. So I'm giving serious thoughts to doing a little bit more of getaways and going and meeting people.
All right, you officially are on the community calendar. If you ever want to see the
Yay!
community calendar, who's going live, who let me know who's going live, it is in the post section of this channel, and you'll see the calendar. Just click on it, accept it. You have to do it on your computer first if you've never done it before. Add it to your calendar of calendars on your side, and then you can open it on your phone thereafter. It's just an actual link. You just have to accept it, open it, and it's automatically accepted. I'll get a notification, and I'll just say yes if you've never done it before. You need to leave the bunkers now and get. Yeah, right. You see the world's best friend. Oh Lord, I haven't eaten Casey since we've been to the lake house. We had one not that far from the lake house.
So what makes Casey's fried chicken the best?
Oh my God, nice and crispy and juicy. Stephanie says not that far away from me. You are now officially on the community calendar. Everybody's birthday is on the top of the calendar of that day in purple. Sounds good to me, Casey. Terry. Come on, Jay. We'll do a. There you go. Do it big. Or do it. Go. Yeah. I live in central Missouri. Well, we're going to be staying right dab in the center. We're driving and staying in that area. We're trying to book the. We have a timeshare with the Hilton. We're trying to book our timeshare for that time. So we just trying to.
It is crazy how many resellers are in Missouri.
Yep.
My
Randy's in
goodness.
Missouri. You have Regina, Mark and Mike, Aunt Boo, which is Carrie, Grandma's sister. Um, yeah, Rand. Oh, Jesus, there's so many. I'm trying to remember them all. Now we know
And
about
the
new times and beginnings.
the other big pocket of resellers is your neck of the woods, right, Johnny? You
Is
and
that right?
Carol and
Myself, Carol Tooch, Al's Full Shelf Shop, New England Helen, New England Thrifter Helen, Dust Not Included Roy. There's a whole bunch of us. Steph, and Stacy. No, I'm not saying Stacy. Why am I drawing a blank on her name? She was in the chat just earlier. Stacy,
Steph and Mr. Steph.
Stevens, Cheryl Stevens.
Ah, sure, sure.
Um, wow, there's so many. It's like you try to name them all. Crazy Mustache, Mia. She's actually two times on the side of me now.
Wow.
The first weekend in June is the big swap meet at the Frank Swapping Mart that Mike and Mark talked about on the 4th, 7th. Yeah, we're more going to be going towards the mid of June, the week of my birthday, or the week after, depending on what we can get booked. I am in Central Arkansas, far away.
Arkansas, Arkansas.
Indeed, that's where I'm gonna be at tonight. There's the link. Week of my birthday. Yes, we know your week of your birthday's in May, May 15th, correct? New term. We're in Missouri Central, just around outside of Jefferson City. We're gonna be actually staying probably in Jefferson City, but we're gonna plan on staying. We gotta book it. Boonville.
That's funny that there's a Boonville, Missouri.
Linda T is also in Missouri. Yep.
My sister-in-law lives in Boonville, Mississippi.
Wow. And that's just to name a few. Cheryl Stevens lives in this area. Alsville Chef Shop, Tooch, Carroll, Dust Roy not included. There's also who else did I meet up with already in here?
I'm convinced Tooch actually lives at the North Pole. I think Tooch is Santa.
There's so many. Rachel, I'm trying to remember what she changed her channel name. She lives in Maine. Tea at Nana's. Donna lives in Maine. Oh Lord, there's so many of us up in this area. I'm still
Ellen,
trying to meet up.
Why isn't anybody else out here in the desert with us? Why, are we the only two crazy people to be out here living in the desert?
Probably so. That's probably true, Regina. I know
Ellen and I really need to get together. We're so close by each other.
Patrick lives not that far.
Not much of a distance between Ellen and I.
So yeah, it's a great way to meet up with others. Becky's in the desert. Rita is in the high desert in California. Jay, I live in New Mexico most of my life until we moved here.
That's a big change.
Rachel Stickler lives in Missouri. I didn't know that. I'll have to send her a message and let her know. She was a couple of times a guest on the morning show we had with her. That's right. I met up with Jeff. That's right. Jeffrey lives right there in Rhode Island. Did I meet up with Jeffrey?
Oh, that's right. I remember when all the really bad blizzard was going on. Jeffrey was one of those ones that was getting hit really hard with the snow.
Okay. She gave a little girl a kidney. She did. When did that happen?
Oh my goodness.
I've been watching her videos that she's been doing on how to clean Coach bags or luxury bags. Awesome. I love Rachel's videos. You're the only one in Colorado. I think there's a couple of others.
Well, she's asking if she was the only one.
Oh, are you the only one? No, I think there's a couple of more. That was talking to. I don't know who they were. Rita is under 2 hours away from me. That's one way to meet up right in the middle. An hour both for both of y'all.
Yeah.
If it can be done. Yes, she is. I love Rachel. I love
Jennifer plugged into the world and what's going on as usual, better than any of the rest of us. I swear, Jennifer, you know everything that's happening.
Thank you, Regina. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
It's awesome.
Well, Amy, guess what? One day you're gonna find out, and you're like, "Oh, that's not that far from me." I do the same thing up here. Just like I just recently found out, Jeffrey, his name is Jeff, Hatter, something Hatter. He does his shows on Sunday nights. He's south of me. Yeah.
Amy, I love Colorado. If it weren't for the fact that my husband cannot stand the cold, Colorado was towards the top of my list of places I wanted to relocate to.
Yep. Hatter lives about 45 minutes south of me. Because actually, Robert works in the town that he lives in. We just found that out recently. He's another one here in Massachusetts. But yeah, it's amazing on how many people you can find out who live in your area, and when you can do a meetup, do it. It's amazing. And for me, I feel that it's a way that you can actually meet with somebody. I'm trying to remember the other two that I've met up with. Oh, Maria and Anne Marie and Michelle. What was her last? I can't remember how her screen name was. It was something weird. Even though she didn't do YouTube, we met up with her. Oh, and I also met up with not Maddie May. She lives in Pennsylvania.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're right. I forgot all about Kyle. Yeah, Kyle does live in Colorado.
Josie is 20 miles away from me, depending on the traffic. Awesome, John.
Yeah, Jeffrey mentioned that Kyle, I think his last name is Taryn. That's a mod for a few people. I forgot that he lives
Oh
in
yeah,
Florida.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he mods for a lot of people.
And his
Susie,
brother.
hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Watching on the replay Friday show. Thank you for your including. Well, thank you for sending them in. And I hope everything went well for you. I saw you posted on Facebook. Oh, cool. Her mom lives there. You see, Amy, you asked and you shall receive. Meeting up with peeps always inspires me and helps me strive to do better. I've even met when I went to the lake house. I've even met up with Chuck, Marcy, and they call her Ray Amber.
Oh yeah, yeah. How often do you get out to your lake house?
We haven't done it in a couple of years. We're getting a lot of work done over there, but we haven't been there in a couple of years. But again, we're getting a lot of work done. Thank God we got cameras, we got sensors and things like that. But my sister-in-laws go and check out on when we need things done. With the way Robert's been working, we couldn't get out. Haven't been able to get out there. And of course, all that weather they've been having, Lord Jesus. But that's all we got left to do. Hopefully, after the garage door is getting redone, is to paint the house. Then we might sell it. We don't know. We're still talking about it. We're not hardly ever able to get out there. Kyle lives just about 45 minutes from me. He passes by my town on his way to Denver. And y'all still haven't met up in person? Oh,
That's a
ain't
missed
that
opportunity.
nice? Especially when he passes right in front of your town or in your town. Yeah, I try to make up some kind of way of meeting up with somebody if I know will be in that area. I want to ask what you're up to first week of May and try to meet up with Jay. Our daughter is renting a car. Aw. Heather, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see
You
you.
know, the,
Welcome.
the great thing about being in Vegas is it seems like everybody ends up here eventually. I've got so many people that I was talking to at the LA Times Festival of Books this weekend that everybody's like, oh, we're gonna be in Vegas in May. We're gonna be in Vegas in August, and I'm like, yeah, just here's my info. Hit me up.
I even met Larry in person in Pennsylvania. And we have also met with Roman, Anytime Picker. I'm just trying to think of others we met. Dawn and Mary, Patrick. Can't remember the one name. She doesn't do YouTube hardly anymore. Julie
Good morning, Heather.
in Wisconsin. Oh yeah, we met up with Dez, um, and Tommy. They're the family. I try to do a yearly down memory lane video, and if you watch those type of videos, you'll see all the ones that we've met up with throughout the years. The only folks I meet on YouTube is Francine and Jerry. Even though it was a few minutes. Hey, that's right. That's all that
But
counts.
before you came in the channel today, Susie, I was saying that it was great to see you at the airport. I just wish it had been longer. I wish I'd been able to hang out with you for longer.
Yes, and I met Debbie and Max when they came up to Maine for their vacation stay. We got to meet with Debbie and Max in Maine. We did shopping and everything. Eye doctor's canceled. Oh no. Good morning, Carol.
Wait, did your appointment get canceled because he just couldn't see you? Ah,
Yes, we met Debbie and Max go thrifting in Maine a couple of years ago with Carol and her husband. What's Jennifer? Remember the one? Her name is Maggie. Is it Maggie Doodle? We met up with her in Pennsylvania. Might have been New York. I think it might have been Pennsylvania. No, in Maryland. We met up with her in the area of the corner of Maryland.
Ellen, I tell everybody, come see me in Vegas. I'll show you what the real Vegas is that has absolutely nothing to do with the strip and how us locals live. It's a completely different situation, and it's very calm and it's very peaceful, and there's wonderful places to go that uh, have nothing to do with tourism.
And I just remembered. Also met up when we were in Maryland. I was able to meet up with Aaron Proctor and Who's Your Stacker. There's just so many. I'm just trying to remember. Went to Louisiana. We met up with Dawn Southern Fines. And then when we went to Virginia, we got to meet up with Veronica. We had meet up with her. There's just so many. I'm trying to remember them all. That's why I try to do a memory lane every year for all those that we got to meet that year.
Well, maybe we need to organize like a little mini convention somewhere. Um,
A lot of work.
I love planning stuff like that.
It would have to be somewhere in Central so that everybody can try to make it. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome, and hope you're doing
Good
well.
morning, Miss Denise. Good to see you.
But yes, it's great to remember who you've met. And one of the things I like about that is that you can actually truly see who they are. Because a lot of times you wonder, are they just like they are on the camera, like they are in person?
I
And for
would
me,
think so. Aren't most of them? Have you found that most of the people you met are the same?
I would have to say yes.
Although I imagine a lot of people are quieter in person than
There
they.
is a couple that were very quiet when we met in person. But then that was about maybe two or three that I can think of. But yeah, it was still in Connecticut. I would have already been. No. Yeah, you're right about that. Because also I got to meet Cheryl Stevens, and also Alsful Chef Shop. Yeah, it's just so many. I'm trying to remember them all. Doorstep. So many East Coast. Yes, exactly. Meet a few times. You that are alarming difference in person. Yes, that is true.
Mm.
But again, it's all in reference to being yourself, and not being, and that's what I always say about being on YouTube. Don't be somebody you're not. Darlene, that's right, Darlene. We met Darlene. Irene and Leo. They live in New
Ella,
Hampshire.
Ella, 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 Ella.
Hello, good morning, and welcome, Ella. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Take care, John. Have yourself a good one.
All right, John, don't work too hard. So yeah, it's just so many times that you can do a meetup. Try to do it if you can, and if you feel leery about it, meet somewhere in public.
I will say it's also one of those things I really like about when they do auctions where there's a lot of resellers in one auction, like the Hump Day or Ellen's, where she gets like 12 people in there. Like I love seeing like so much of the community in one spot at one time. It's a really cool because it isn't it's about the selling, but it's also about the camaraderie.
Well, that's
Um,
what I like about doing the reseller community shop hop. You get so many different channels from so many different areas around the country, around the United States. But then you also have the rapid fire round with members where they're all over the place as well. And that's what I love about it,
yeah.
bringing everybody together. Also, don't forget if you would like to come on up and promote your channel or anything you have going on, the link is top, bottom of the chat. Wherever you see it, it's either going to be pinned at the top or the bottom. Whatever you see in the chat.
Johnny's practicing his disco moves. There's
Yeah.
the
Well, the reason I'm doing that now is because some channels I'm in, it's at the
Wow.
bottom of my chat. Some chats I'm in, it's at the top of my chat. So yeah, come on, YouTube, get with the program. Also, don't forget public service announcement. If you have an invoice with someone that is waiting to be paid or waiting to be received, try to get your invoices out to your people. If you have invoices that have got to go out, have them out before Saturday. And if you somebody waiting to receive an invoice and you get it, make sure you pay before this Saturday close of business for the post office, because come Sunday, the new price hike goes into effect on Sunday, the 26th, where it will raise it a percentage of 8% for the fuel charge added to the postage. So you will have to pay more. So that may change your invoice after Sunday if it's not paid and put out. The label hasn't been purchased before the close of business on Saturday. And I know our post office closes at 11:30, so I need to make sure all mine are out by 11:30. Because if not, and it's not paid, I will have to adjust the invoices to compensate for the difference in postage.
Yeah, my book distributor has already raised their shipping prices.
Interesting. So just a public service announcement that will happen this Sunday at midnight.
And
Actually,
today is the my furry son Zeke. Today is his birthday. He turned 7 today. Just
Happy
to-
birthday.
for those of you that have seen Zeke on my Facebook or anywhere, my very very good boy turned 7 today.
And Cheryl, that is
Officially
true.
a
There are a
senior.
lot of resellers in Pennsylvania. Like I said, I've met with Larry in what is that place? I forgot the name of the town. Erie, Pennsylvania.
Erie's a great town. I
Yeah,
like
that's
Erie,
where I met up with
Pennsylvania.
Larry. We'll have
Thank
to
you,
be
Matt.
stopping there. Gravity Goods is coming up to the meetup. Awesome! That is so cool. Yeah, Matt's doing a meetup, and so is January House Live in Pennsylvania. Yes. The Shed Flip, they're doing their meetup too. I think it's in September.
Yeah, Matt said I think was it Matt that said it was in Cincinnati?
Yeah, it's usually where they
Somebody,
hold it in Cincinnati.
somebody said this morning that it was going to be in Cincinnati. Ashley, when did you sneak in?
Oh my God, Ashley, hello, good morning, and welcome. She's been here.
I didn't see her come in.
Oh my God, Robin, thank you for sending me that. Oh Lord, Louisiana man shot his wife and 8 kids while they were slept.
You sure that wasn't the Amityville house?
Speaking of that, I want y'all to please be aware. I've noticed this whole weekend, I'm getting so many notifications that so-and-so passed away on Facebook. I don't know if y'all notice, but every time it's a different person, but the same thumbnail, the same picture,
Yeah,
the same clip.
it's
Please, if
terrible.
you're not sure, reach out to that person to make sure they're still okay. Because there's so
It,
many that I got this past weekend and week. It's like, oh Lord, it's the same picture. There's no way. I even had a family member that I got that said, so and so passed away, and it was my cousin. No, that's not my cousin because they're still alive. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, be careful with that. Don't fall for it.
it's such a terrible thing.
Yeah.
God, you know, spam and all that is
No,
bad enough as it
media
is,
mail
but
is not included, but also they are raising the price of first class forever stamps too. They already did that this month.
yeah, Susie, the media mail doesn't go up, but I've discovered that my book distributor doesn't always use media mail to ship,
Good
and
morning, Gate
that's why
Smasher.
it went up.
I love making January House Mike. Well, he'll be here this Wednesday on the Hump Day auction. Yeah, she's been lurking. She's
And
been
boy,
here.
that's not hard to do, Robin.
I'll watch that video later, Robin. Thank you for sending it to me. I
Gators
do still
Raiders.
have the Channel 4 news thing on my phone that I get notifications for.
Gate Smasher, I was just thinking about you. I was watching a guy on on YouTube the other day with uh, a, a gator in his lap and petting it like a puppy. I immediately thought of you.
Aw.
I can't blame you. New times. I'm there. Every time I say I'm gonna quit Facebook, I find some other reason to jump back on. But I envy you being able to cut ties with it. It's getting kind of ugly out there.
Let's see here. I love making January blush. Been lurking. Another way I'm on, not on, that's another reason why I'm not on Facebook. Wait to get clicked on it.
Yeah, it's terrible, Susie. It's just awful.
Yeah, and I didn't click on it. I just happened to notice, especially when I'm on my phone. I never click on links, but it's when I see the same picture but somebody different saying they passed away in that accident. And I don't like pressing links on my phone, and I don't do it on my computer either. But yeah, I'm very leery when it comes to Facebook. I am a
MeWe.
better.
I need to write that one down. I haven't heard of MeWe. Let me. I'll need to write that down. See what kind of a book community they have over there. See if it's worth it for us to
It's called MeWe.
MeWe. Yes, Matt. I've been in. I love Portland. I've only been once or twice when I was on tour, and that was many years ago. I would love to get back up there. I love all of Oregon. Everything up there. Oregon, Washington, that whole Pacific Northwest, I absolutely love.
I got locked out of it for about 8 months. It was a good thing keeping me blood pressure down. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about Nancy.
Yeah, that's a sad situation, though.
Did they ever find her?
I don't think so, no.
No.
And Savannah Guthrie looks like she's aged, 40
Yeah.
years in just a few weeks' time. I can't
Yeah.
imagine what a horrible situation to have to live through like that.
Told me that I don't know from the same among mom. Oh,
They, they,
okay.
Denise, they still don't know.
They don't know. Yeah, 'cause the last I heard, they didn't. There, they didn't. They still haven't found her. Well, everybody, it's getting to that time. If you would like to come on after the show's over, you're more than welcome to. That link is pinned to the top or the bottom of your
Wow,
chat.
that was a fast show today.
What's after it's 1 hour past already.
I know, it just went by in a blur.
Yeah. And so if you have anything special going on, don't forget, come back at 5 o'clock, but not on this channel, but on Josie's Place, where I will be on as a guest with Josie's Place and Miss Denise, Daisy's Creation, at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. And there is a lot of the more to that story. We'll never. Yeah, you're right about that, Alan. I highly recommend
MeWe.
you to anyone on my Facebook group has been there for a year now. Really?
I will absolutely check that out today.
Well, I will have to check that out. Well, everybody, thank y'all so much for coming on and showing your love and support. Don't forget to make your comments after each video has been aired, whether it's uploaded, a short, and or a live on any of the channels. Make sure you do leave a comment, and then once you do, it's got to be something that we talked about or discussed during the show, and that'll entitle you to an entry for a Moon Pie Box giveaway, always on the first Monday of each month. And as I say before I end each and every show, yes, please stay positive. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out, and y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.